Welcome. This is a personal contemplation on Gene Key 4. So if you haven't been working with your gene keys yet, I invite you warmly to go to genekeys.com and download your free profile. And you may find that you have Gene Key 4 in your own hologenetic profile. And then this personal contemplation here that you're listening to becomes more relevant and hopefully useful in 2025. So welcome again. My name's Catherine, and if you haven't been to my channel before or been listening to these gene keys and personal contemplations, it would be amazing if you could like, share and subscribe if it resonates, and particularly sharing to another person who these sort of contemplation and thought process on Gene Key 4 might also help. So let's get started. Gene Key 4 is all about forgiveness. Now, rooted in the shadow though is intolerance. This gene key has the gift of understanding and what we call the Siddhi, the superpower of forgiveness. So if you have Gene Key 4 in your hologenesis, you will be working through shadows of intolerance, the gift of understanding, and the Siddhi of forgiveness as it interplays in your life, through your relationships, through your work, and how you are in the world. So it's fascinating to find these things out, particularly as forgiveness is such a huge thing for all of us. There is not one person who probably won't have come up against that needing for forgiveness somewhere at some point. So this Siddhi of forgiveness is inviting us to transcend our rigid mental patterns and find clarity through our heart space. So it speaks to our deep human tendency to get trapped in overthinking and problem solving, which often sort of blinds us to the larger picture that's at play in our life, in the world even. So as we unlock its gifts, the gift of understanding, even the shadows, we unlock the shadow of intolerance, we move from this mental struggle towards and into emotional intelligence, and then ultimately to a profound unconditional forgiveness that sees life through the lens of unity and love. So that's incredibly profound. It's like as we contemplate intolerance, where we are being intolerant, and where we can bring the gift of understanding, we sort of begin to unlock by default the Siddhi of forgiveness, which will then allow us to see life through the lens of unity and love. And that lens is going to activate more compassion, more peace, more kindness in the world, in your life and in your relationships. It becomes like a ripple effect. So this contemplation also includes a very short meditation and guidance on coming into the heart really, and looking at how we can really use that shadow of intolerance as a guide to look at the gift of how do we come back to understanding so that we can access forgiveness. So if you haven't already, just getting yourself into a comfortable position, and if it's safe to do so, you can close your eyes for this very short path to forgiveness, contemplation and meditation. So the themes that we're working with are mental clarity, emotional understanding, and your heart's wisdom. So as you close your eyes, just allow yourself to relax into this moment. Just noticing your inhale and your exhale. and your inhale and your exhale. And just slowing yourself down into this space in this present moment as I ask a few questions to generate that contemplative contemplation of this gene key. So perhaps you could begin to reflect, where in your life are you encountering mental rigidity or a need to solve everything? Where in your life are you encountering mental rigidity, either in yourself or from others or another? And where is it that you feel you need to solve everything? So we have these pauses to reflect, to contemplate, to listen, to feel, to gain that insight. Where in your life are you encountering mental rigidity or a need to solve everything? And we can also begin to ask, are there areas where judgment or intolerance is clouding your ability to see the full picture? I'm just going to ask that again. Are there areas where judgment or intolerance is clouding your ability to see the full picture? And then in this space, considering as well how the mind, when overactive, often obscures the simplicity of the heart's wisdom. Just considering where your mind, when it's overactive, can often obscure the simplicity of the heart's wisdom. Good, so just to recap in this quiet moment of inner thoughtfulness and awareness, where in your life are you encountering mental rigidity and or a need to solve everything? Are there areas where judgment or intolerance is clouding your ability to see the full picture? And considering how your mind, when overactive, can often obscure the simplicity of the heart's wisdom. And you can begin to imagine the energy of this gene key 4 as a gentle light entering your mind. It dissolves knots of frustration and confusion allowing space for deeper understanding to emerge. And as this process unfolds itself, you can begin to feel the shift from mental tension to a soft, expansive clarity. From mental tension to a soft, expansive clarity. Good. We're going to just continue into the journey of understanding and forgiveness, deepening this contemplation and meditation. Just keep noticing the soft breathing you are experiencing, that soft, gentle inhale and exhale. Really exhaling, sighing if you need to, completely releasing your breath. And as that breathing pattern and rhythm just keeps you calm and steady in this deep inner process of understanding and forgiveness, just come to imagine in your mind's eye that you are standing in a labyrinth. This labyrinth symbolizes the mental loops of problem solving and overthinking. In this moment, the walls may seem high and the way out may be unclear. But with each breath now, in and out, you feel the walls dissolving. And you notice that the maze opens into a vast green field. The sky is clear, symbolizing the clarity of your mind now. And in this clarity, you can drop all of your awareness into your heart space. And your heart space expanding with love and understanding and forgiveness as it aligns your mind with that deep inner sense of clarity. In this space, you feel the energy of understanding washing over you. Problems begin to feel less pressing. And you can feel a sense of trust arising through you. And this trust is in the flow of life, the understanding that the flow of life allows us to relax completely into understanding. And as you rest here, you can sense, visualize, or feel a golden light emanating from your heart's space. This golden light represents forgiveness. As this light grows, see it touching and illuminating the areas of your life where there's resistance or unresolved tension or deep misunderstanding. Let this golden light expand from your heart, relieving all feelings of intolerance, so that you move into understanding and forgiveness. Now keep letting this light expand outward, embracing not only your personal challenges, but also the world around you. And just simply repeating silently, I release judgment, I embrace understanding, I embody forgiveness. I release judgment, I embrace understanding, I embody forgiveness. And now slowly coming back into the space around you to this present moment. And we're just going to take a moment to reflect on what insights or feelings arose for you during that contemplation and meditation. You can always journal what you've been experiencing as you check in and ask yourself, what did forgiveness feel like to you in this experience? And how can you bring the gift of understanding into your daily life? And if you haven't already, just opening the eyes, and I'm just going to ask those questions one more time, letting them sink into the deep subconscious so they can percolate and be with you as you move through your day. What did forgiveness feel like to you in this experience? How can you bring the gift of understanding into your daily life? So we could take a very deep grounding breath in and a nice long sighing breath out. And just bringing your awareness now to themes for growth and hope From shadow to gift, we can recognize that intolerance often stems from fear or lack of clarity. But by pausing and embracing the heart's wisdom, you can transform reactive patterns into compassionate understanding. Remembering that embracing forgiveness isn't about excusing behavior, but about freeing yourself from the burden of judgment. As you embody Gene Key 4's Siddhi of Forgiveness, you contribute to a world where unity and love dissolve division, which is a very powerful thing to bring forward with conscious intention, that you contribute this superpower, this Siddhi of Forgiveness, so that in the world all division begins to dissolve. And there is a mantra here for contemplation to close this process of Gene Key 4. And the mantra is, I release the need to judge. I embrace the wisdom of the heart's forgiveness. When we embrace Gene Key 4 and really sit with it and contemplate it, when issues arise where we're going to need to access forgiveness, you can really align yourself with the transformative power of forgiveness, an energy that will uplift not only you but the collective consciousness each and every time. So there's nothing really more powerful than that. And I hope this guidance and talk and personal contemplation on Gene Key 4 has helped you. There is a guided meditation on forgiveness that I'm going to link in the information below this video if you think that you would like to go a little bit further and a little bit deeper into the heart's wisdom. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you again soon, and I wish you well on your journey with your Gene Keys.